In this video, we will take a look at how to apply the concepts of dimensional analysis to metric measurement conversions. One of the keys to using dimensional analysis successfully is to have access to conversion factors. Conversion factors are things like 1 foot equals 12 inches or 1 fluid ounce equals 30 milliliters. Reference tables are filled with such conversion factors. When you look at a typical reference table, you will see many English to English measurement factors and many English to metric factors, but no metric to metric conversion factors. You may, on occasion, see a relationship between metric conversions, but generally you will get a metric prefix chart like the one shown here. It is possible to create your own metric to metric conversion factors using this prefix chart. Let's take a look. In this first example, they're asking to write a conversion factor that relates grams to milligrams. There is a consistent technique that can be applied that involves 2 steps. We'll start by writing the conversion that we're after. Number of grams is equal to how many milligrams. We will start by putting a 1 in front of the larger unit of measure, which is larger, grams or milligrams. To determine that, we will take a look at the one that is the leftmost, in other words, furthest to the left, on the prefix chart. On the chart, note that base, which is representative of our gram, sits to the left of milli, so that is the larger unit of measure. We put the 1 then in front of the base unit, grams. The next step is to determine the number of conversion factors. It's found by counting the number of spaces between the 2 measurements. Each space is a multiple of 10. Note that there are 3 spaces between base and milli. The missing conversion factor number then is found by multiplying 10 times 10 times 10, which gives us 1,000. That's it. We finish by writing the 1,000 in front of the milligrams, since 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. Here we have another example of converting centimeters to meters. Our job will be to fill in these blanks. First step is to start by putting a 1 in front of the larger unit of measure, which is larger, the one that is leftmost, furthest to the left on the prefix chart. On the chart, note that base for meters sits to the left of centi, so that is the larger of the units. We will put a 1 in front of the base unit, meters. The next step is to determine the other number in the conversion factor, which is determined by counting the number of spaces between the 2 measures. Each space is a multiple of 10. Note there are 2 spaces between base and centi. The missing conversion factor number then is found by multiplying 10 times 10, which equals 100. We're done. Finish by writing 100 in front of the centimeters, giving us 100 centimeters is equivalent or equal to 1 meter. In this next example, we are asked to convert liters and deciliters. We start by putting a 1 in front of the larger unit. Looking at the prefix, we find the one that is furthest to the left on the prefix chart is the base, which sits to the left of deci. So this is our larger measure. We will put a 1 in front of the base unit, liters. Next step, note there is 1 space between base and deci. Since there is only 1 space, the missing conversion factor number is simply 10. We finish by writing then 10 in front of the deciliters, which gives us 1 liter equals 10 deciliters. Let's take a look at one more example. Here we are asked to find a conversion factor that relates milligrams and micrograms. We want to determine where that one goes. To do that, we need to know which is larger, milligrams or micrograms. The one that is on the leftmost on the prefix chart. Notice milli sits to the left of micro, so that is the larger unit of measure. We will put a 1 in front of the milligrams. Next, note that there are 3 spaces between milli and micro. The missing conversion factor number then is found by multiplying 10 times 10 times 10, and note these dashed lines are powers of 10 that just aren't common. It's decimilli and centimilli, but still represent a decimal place or a power of 10. Giving us, finishing our calculation, a 1,000 micrograms equal to 1 milligram, and we're done finding that conversion factor.